So where can people get involved with this? Like where can people go right now if they want to get involved with Movement for a People's Party?
Go to peoplesparty.org and sign up
Peoplesparty.org.
there on our homepage. Sign up to volunteer. Yeah, you can plug into events that we have. We're having weekly onboarding meetings and bringing people in.
And that's done online, I take it.
It is. It's all being done online. That's right. Now we're doing everything online.
Now, these signatures that you would need to gather for ballot access and stuff like that, could that be done online? Is that a possibility, or does that have to be done like physically?
It has to be done physically right now, but
Okay.
that's being challenged.
Okay. All right. Interesting. All right. So peoplesparty.org. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we dismount here?
Yeah, I would like to say we just came up with, we have a petition that is a declaration of independence from the Democratic Party. It's an open letter to the DNC where we declare our independence from their corporate party. And I would encourage everyone to sign up on it and to join us there and to really show the establishment that we're done with them. And that's at demexit.us. That's where you can sign on. And I would also say that, like, look, it might have been worth giving it a try inside the Democratic Party, but now we're at a point where, like, we wanted a presidential candidate in 2016. It was rigged. After that, we said, well, gee, let's try to get some like meaningful platform changes. It turned out the platform wasn't worth the paper it was printed on. After that, we said, let's try to get a DNC chair. They rigged it. They kicked out Keith Ellison. They put in Tom Perez because it's the donors that make the choice and the superdelegates that make the choice. After that, we said, okay, well, let's try to replace the DNC members. In the fall of 2017, the DNC just removed the progressives who were on the national committee, like James Ogby and others. They just took them out. A completely illegitimate move. After that, we said, well, 2018 is coming up. Let's see if we can get some progressives elected. It turned out after more than 100 progressives ran for Democratic seats, only 2 of them unseated establishment members of Congress, AOC and Ayanna Pressley, less than 1% of the caucus. And then we thought, well, why don't we change the rules for the presidential race so that it's more fair, so that Bernie stands a chance or a progressive stand a chance this time? And then they rigged the Unity Reform Commission at that point too. And they put all 30 establishment members on the Rules and Bylaws Committee, and they made the process even more rigged for 2020, the primary, than it was in 2016. And so, like, they eliminated the caucuses, for example, kept joint fundraising agreements. So here we are back in 2020 saying, well, let's run a presidential candidate. Once again, rigged. And so the process of trying to reform the Democrats has come full circle now, and it hasn't worked. There's no path forward. Even the progressives, the best ones like AOC, have abandoned primary challenges. They've abandoned forming a corporate caucus. So there is literally no path to victory inside the Democratic Party and the establishment party anymore. So I'd say let's do what the people are actually telling us to do at this point. Let's go with the populist progressive current out of the parties as the majority of Americans want, rather than us basically siding with the establishment parties and trying to contain people.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together